Hi guys, welcome to a new video. So today I would like to show you a new game which is called the Scouring. And if you watch my channel regularly, you probably know that I'm making Armies of Exego content, and overall I really like strategy games, and this is a new strategy game that is really similar to Warcraft 3, and Warcraft 3 is also really similar to Armies of Exego. So I kinda got this idea that I could make a video from it. In this video we'll take a look on the game overall. I will explain some basic things, how it works, and what you can do there, and what are the possibilities right now, because as you can see this is just a demo, and this is also only a single player demo. Multiplayer demo is coming in like a week, so then we'll definitely make some multiplayer videos as well. And I will also maybe try to make a few more videos before that from the single player, maybe some 1v2s and things like that. Definitely let me know in the comments if you like this game, if you want me to make a little bit more content from it, or if you are not interested in this and you want just more Armies of Exego videos. This is maybe also some kind of a start for the future, where we might also take a look on some other strategies. We can maybe try some videos from Warcraft 3 or even Knights and Merchants, other strategies, maybe Age of Empires. So definitely there is this option as well, even though I would definitely still like to maintain the main focus of this channel on Armies of Exego. But yeah, let's start with some basic things about this game. As I said, right now there is just a demo, so if you want to try this, all you have to do is just go to Steam, and then you will just write the Scouring there. You will sign up for testing, and it took like 3 hours or something before they send me an invite, so it actually seems like right now they are inviting basically everyone, to get as many people as possible to test it, so you shouldn't have any problems getting it. And I'm expecting the multiplayer beta to work pretty similarly, so definitely in like a week, I think it's the 6th of January 2025 should be the multiplayer beta or demo. So if you want to try that maybe in multiplayer, you also should be able to do that easily. So once you start the game for the first time, you will see these 4 options: single player, multiplayer, which is not accessible yet, settings, and obviously exit, which will just turn off the game. In settings there is not much to set up. You can change brightness, contrast, but I wouldn't really recommend that. Yeah, you can change the sound level a little bit, which is another thing. Try to give me some feedback in the comments if the volume is correct, I mean in comparison to my voice, or if I should maybe turn down or up the volume of the whole game, or maybe just music or the effects. This is the first video, so I try to tune it, but obviously it might not be perfect, so if you want me to adjust a little bit, I can definitely do that as well. Then we have borderless window. We don't have to use it right now. Simplified graphics mode, which just removes some shades from the models, so if you have maybe some weaker device, you can try this, but I would definitely recommend keeping it on. And then just show game tips. I leave this on, but doesn't really matter. So yeah, that's basically everything we can set up here. So now we'll go to single player, and this is basically the lobby where we can set up the game. Here on top you can change the map. There is only 3 maps right now in this demo. We have a 3-player map, the first encounter, shallow ground, 6-player map, and then battle pass, which is an 8-player map. Well, these 2 are marked as small and this is medium. I'm not too sure about that, but okay. So let's start with first encounter for now. I already played multiple games here on all maps, so doesn't really matter for me now, but we will just start with some simple 1v1, so I can show you how the game actually works. So we don't have anything too difficult there, and then in some other videos we'll try maybe some challenge, some 1v2s, or maybe something even harder. So yeah, once you pick the map, there is also a mode which is not available in the demo, as they are saying. So we have only classic mode, which is the typical thing you know from most strategies. You just have to destroy your enemy before he destroys you. There is nothing more to it. As you can see, there are also heroes in this game, but they are also not available yet. So we'll also have to wait for those. I don't think they will be in the multiplayer demo in 1 week either, but probably later. I think the game should be released in the first quarter of the next year, so probably in like 2 or 3 months, something like that, we can expect the game to be fully released, and then we'll probably have all of these modes and options available. So we can't change this, we only pick the map, and now we have the players here. So obviously always you have the player 1, which is you, then we have one AI that always has to stay there, so this is grayed out, we cannot do anything about that. And then you have other players, yeah? So if I pick a bigger map I will have more of them here, if I pick only 3 players I have only 1 extra AI here, and I either can click on him here, this way it will just went dark gray, or it will just remove the player from it, and as you can see he will not be playing in this game, it will be just a 1v1, or I can keep him there, and then I can also set him up, maybe go for a 1v2 or free-for-all with everyone in a different team. As I said, right now we'll go for a 1v1, so I will just turn him off, and here we can only set up race and team, so obviously we are only 2 players, so I'm not gonna really change the teams, but if you want to change them, you just click on them, and it will just rotate through all the numbers from 8, from 1 up to 8, which is the most players you can have right now in the 8-player map. Once you reach 8, you click again, and it's once again team number 1. So I will set him as team 2, I will be team 1, so we are against each other. And the last thing we can set up is race. Right now there are 2 races in the game, which is human and orc. So this is where it's really similar to Warcraft. Obviously in Warcraft 3 you have also other races, undead and night elf, but in Warcraft 1 and 2 you had only orcs and humans, so this is definitely really accurate in terms of that. They are really similar. So right now I'll go play as human, which is probably my more preferred race, even though I think orcs might be a little bit stronger, also from some small research I did and also from my experience, but I just prefer humans, so I'll definitely play them here. Maybe we'll also do some other videos in the future where I'll also try orcs, but right now we'll go humans and our enemy will be orcs, so we see both races there, and also it will be much easier to see or recognize your own units when you have a different faction, of course. So that's basically everything here. The last thing you can set up here is AI assistant. If you turn this on, basically the AI will play for you, so you will be like an AI, and the only thing you will be able to do, I think, is control your units, and you can maybe also turn off spending of units, so they won't be producing, but they will be gathering resources, they will be building buildings for you, and overall it's just for people who never played any RTS or any strategy in general and don't know what to expect from it, what to do. So this is just like an entry level for you to still enjoy the environment, enjoy the gameplay a little bit, at least the fighting, but obviously eventually you should swap off this. So if you never played RTS game, you can definitely turn this on for maybe 1 or 2 games, but then I would definitely turn it off once you understand it at least a little bit how the game works, and then I would turn it off and try to play without it and actually play yourself. Other thing you can do here is allow enemies to ally. You can either do it never, or if they are losing. Since we have only 1 enemy, this doesn't really matter because there is no one to ally. What you can do is play with 3 players, everyone in different team. You turn this on if they are losing, and then if you start killing one of them, the second one will most likely come to help him, or he will start attacking you, something like that. They will just start cooperating. I never use this. If I wanted to play against 2 enemies, I just place them into the same team right from the beginning, not just some teaming during the game, but you can maybe use this as just some like stepstone. Yeah, if you are not confident or comfortable playing 1v2 yet, but 1v1 is too easy for you, you can maybe try free-for-all with 3 players and give them this option. So you start with free-for-all when they are also fighting against each other, but once you gain some strength with your army, you start pushing them, they will team up and be a little bit stronger, and it will be harder for you to push. So you can also experiment with this. As I said, now we have only 1 enemy, so this doesn't really make sense to turn on. And this is basically everything here, yeah? So then we have only cancel if we want to go back to the main menu, or we can start the game. So right now we are going to start it, and I'm gonna show you how it looks like. The only way to pause it is to open a menu, so I will maybe try to do that. So we have small time at the beginning, yeah, so here on the top right corner I click game menu and it stopped the game. So here we have some more options. You can go to main menu again, you can restart the match, you can surrender, we can open settings, which is the exact same as before. We can resume the game if you want to continue, or we can exit the whole game to Windows, to Steam. Also, this is good that you can see on the right the players that you have there. Also there is this gray box around it, which is basically separating the teams. So if you have two players in the same team, they will be in the same gray box, but you will still see the players individually inside of that. And good thing that you can see here in the menu is that you can see population. So as you can see right now, we both have very low, but during the matchup, it's sometimes good if you have many players there to maybe take a look on this from time to time, and you can see that you are maybe very high, someone is low, someone is medium, or I don't know the exact wording, but something like that, and you will see if maybe someone is a little bit weaker, you can push them, or if you are really ahead, or if you are maybe falling behind, if you are not that experienced yet. So this can definitely help a little bit. Once we resume it, we'll see that there is our main town hall, which is the main building. That's typical to basically any RTS game, so there is nothing really special about it. Then we have 6 peasants, which are our basic workers. Those are the units that we'll be using to gathering resources and also building buildings. And obviously once we build some more buildings, I will explain those. So let's resume it. You can also of course use control groups as in any other strategy game. One more thing I will say is that when you start the game for the first time, or at least that's how it was for me, there was like I don't know, maybe 30 tips on the screen before the game actually started. Like 30 tips that I could have went through, and it explained me basically every single mechanic in the game, yeah? From really basic ones like how to move camera, how to control units, to some special things about this game, like some healing potions and cannons. So definitely you can go through that. I hope it will just show up for everyone who plays it for the first time, but I will try to explain everything anyways here when I'm making the video. So yeah, let's resume it. I'll immediately make a control group with keybinds that are not changeable right now, but you can see them always on the icon. You can start producing peasants. Everyone costs 100 gold. As you can see, we have 2 resources, gold and wood, and then there is extra special resource, which is food, and this is produced by farms. So what you want to do is take a peasant with build button right here. You can build buildings, and here we have farm with the keybind F. So I'll just put it here. We can also use more peasants to build faster. I think it's unlimited how many peasants you want to use, so you can just use more of them to build a building quicker, and then you can have up to 3 peasants on one farm to get food. The first peasant that you put there is generating, I don't know if it's per minute or what, but it's generating I believe 60 food or 90, something like that, and the other 2 are generating 30 each, I think. So obviously it's good to have at least 1 on each farm, but you also have to build new farms, which is expensive, so just have to find the perfect balance between that. It's a 1v1, but I still cannot like talk too much and don't do anything. So now we are going to build a lumber mill, or sawmill, how it's named here. So I will build that with just 1 peasant. We don't have to hurry. And next thing you want to make is barracks, which is the building where you will produce units. Once we place some buildings, I will try to expand a little bit more, but unfortunately I cannot pause it here, at least I haven't found how to do it. Pause break doesn't work, so maybe there is some other keybind, but I haven't found it yet, so I cannot unfortunately pause it in game like this. But let's just make a little bit more farms. As you can see, once it's red, as you can see that we are getting 120 food, but we are using 130, now 40. So we are in negative numbers with the food. We need to get a little bit more first. The food works that, as I said, you are getting something, you are spending something for each unit that you have on the map, both peasants and soldiers. And you are getting from the farms the food, and you can gather up to 200 at a time. While the number you have is being spent by the minus number of your units. Maybe it's a little bit too complicated when I explain it like this. It's better if you experience it yourself, but I want to try to explain it at least a little bit. And if you get into negative numbers and you lose all of your food, then your peasants and soldiers will start starving. They will be moving slower, and eventually they will also start losing HP. So you definitely never want to be in minus for too long. So sawmill is finished. Now we want to definitely start gathering some wood. Obviously I should have started it way earlier, but I wasn't paying too much attention to what was happening here, so Let's just keep producing more peasants. We have enough food now, so also enough gold, because I was gathering it a lot. I just wasn't really focusing on wood. But my barracks will be finished in a second, and then we can start producing either swordsmen or archers, which are two basic units here. Archers are obviously ranged units that I unlocked by building the sawmill, which is also used to gather wood, and also it increases the speed at which you are gathering wood. And then we have footmen, or swordsmen, which are just a melee unit. This used to tank, of course. So I like to get at least 3 archers in the beginning, then maybe a swordsman, then another archer, another swordsman, something like that. Obviously, don't forget to produce peasants. And we are slowly running out of food, so we can maybe prepare another farm now. Use peasants from both gold and wood. And now, as you can see, there were wolves howling, and also the whole screen is getting pretty dark. And this basically means that we are getting to night. Yeah, so there is a cycle of different time. As you can see now, we can also see it up here. There is the game time, and then you have night or day. When there is day, which is majority of the time, you are just simply fighting whoever you want. But during night, there will be neutral enemies that will be harassing you. Yeah, so there will be some skeletons and wolves and other enemies that will be coming during the night, and they will try to kill your peasants, just overall harass your economy, and you have to defend against that. As you can see, you have those towers. You can put your soldiers up there. Obviously, melee units won't be too effective there against neutral enemies who cannot walk there. If there is attack from a real enemy, he can also try to go there and kill you with melee units on the top of the tower. But against the neutral enemies during the night, they cannot go there. So you just want to have some ranged units here, shoot them from the tower, and then maybe tank with some more units on the ground that are melee. The towers are 3 types here. You can either have barracks. Those, as you can see, there is already first skeleton attacking on me. Immediately died. Also, when you kill a unit, you get some gold from it, so that's always good to fight. You can have these barracks, which are one type of a tower. Barracks always have this tower on top of them. Another tower you can get. There are wolves now killing my peasants. I might lose some of them. So barracks always have the tower on top of them. Then you can also upgrade your main town hall. Oh, there are also wolves here. Okay, they are running away. Then you can upgrade your town hall to fort. I'll do that right now. And then we will also have a tower on top of our main building. And the last option is to just build a tower itself, which is right here, a guard tower that you just place somewhere, and then you can also use it to place your units up there. So this is definitely really useful. You can put both archers there and also cannons, which are another range unit, a little bit stronger with AoE attacks. We will get to those once we build the smith. Right now we are running out of population, so I will need to, I mean not population, but food. So I will try to set up more farms. There are the wolves attacking again, so let's maybe cheat a little bit with our peasants. This one will probably die. You can see the HP down here. Also you can see all the groups that I have set up below there. So I have 5, 6, 1 and 2. Enemies here. Obviously I'm playing really bad because I'm trying to explain so many things at once. And unfortunately it's probably still not understandable for you too much if you don't have much experience with RTS games. But another thing you can do here is buy potions. When you are close to your main hall, you can buy potions. You can see the red potion here on the icons, and then you can also see the potions in the bottom right corner where I actually bought them with the C keybind. And you can use it with Q keybind, but also it's automatically used when you drop on low HP, so you don't even need to use it manually. It's just a bonus. Yeah, hopefully we didn't lose too many economy while I was talking here so much and not doing many things. And now we'll try to set up few new farms. Actually this one is already empty, they probably killed some guys there. Oh, let's see, we can maybe clear it here, those are out of range. I have ton of resources, I haven't spent anything. But I upgraded already to the fort, my main hall. There was a wolf's den, so maybe let's check it again. And what you definitely want to do is get to these yellow spots on the map, or mini-map, because there are neutral enemies that you can kill, and then there is a new base, yeah, with some, I mean, new gold fields, gold veins that you can take to get some new resources, or more resources. So definitely we want to utilize that. Right now I want to build smithy, which is where you produce the cannons, and then we also want to build stables, which unlocks riders. This knights is actually the name. So we cleared this, now we can return home. Your soldiers are slowly regenerating HP when they are out of combat, so you don't even have to worry about some healing. We are not fighting for a second. Now what you want to do is definitely take some peasants, 5 of them, and we will go and build the new base here. With the H key bind. Too close. Yeah, here we can build it. And now we can also take some units and... Oh, sorry, I wasn't binding correctly. Now we can produce some more units. And we'll go take this, which is a guard tower. You can see it with the white flag on the minimap. And if you capture this, you can just use it later for defense, which is always good. Obviously, you have to keep an eye on your soldiers, but I have a healing potion here, so I don't have to worry about it that much. Population is running, or food, once again, is running really low, so we will go and build a new farm. Produce a few more peasants. Maybe we don't need as much wood right now, so let's get one more farm here.
Job's done. Job's done.
I will also use my new town hall to produce more peasants in the expansion. We captured this. The only way you can capture this is by using swordsmen to walk on the outpost tower, killing all the enemies there, and then wait for a timer to run. Once there is a flag with your color, then it's your... the colors are automatic here, so I think I believe you always play as blue in this demo. I'm expecting it to be changeable in the full version eventually. But yeah, we have the smithy now completed, so we can start producing cannons. Let's make one so you can see how it looks like. It costs 260 gold and 80 wood. And also there is upgrade for shields, which is an ability you can use with your swordsman, and it basically makes them really durable against enemy archers. Overall ranged units, so that's definitely really good. We can take another base here. I'm just not really sure if we have enough peasants for it right now, but we can probably try. So let's move them here. And we should also build at least the tower here, or we can even make barracks, but I don't think we can fit them in here. Yeah, maybe like this. It's not the perfect spot, but I want to have a tower here, and I also need more barracks, so let's just use it at once. And this is the canyon. If you want to use it, you have to press G and then put them into siege mode. As you can see, we have this area in front of them, and then they will just lock down and they will start shooting in this direction, or you can just put them on top of a tower and from there they can shoot everywhere. Yeah, so that's much better for defense. If you need to use them in offense, then you will need to utilize them as I showed you with the siege mode. So yeah, we can maybe make a few more canyons, and we can also make some knights that are now unlocked. I also like to take a few archers, put them maybe on the guard towers. We can maybe use one cannon at home for defense. As I said, we are producing a little bit more of them now, and yeah, we definitely need to start building here the expansion. And group it, and we are kinda running out of resources here, so maybe we don't need as many peasants. Let's take like 3 of them. Let's build one more barracks here, and then we'll just move them to wood. And we can also upgrade to castle, which is the last stage of the main building, and then we can also get I think it's temple or church, something like that. That you can use to upgrade your knights to unlock heal ability, which is really good. This is the enemy that is attacking on me, so that's orc. I'll just put my cannons on siege. They're friendly fire, but now I need to mainly kill the enemies. Maybe we can save the peasants. And there is another attack, but I'm already moving my army back, so we should be able to repel this. We already have a knight here, who is much stronger than swordsman, but he doesn't have the defense mode. He can capture towers, so you still need to use swordsman as well. Or warriors if you are playing orc. But I don't want to chase him like this. We want to play a little bit more carefully for now. But we are also getting to night now, so I don't really want to be too aggressive when we are approaching night. Let's just quickly build maybe another barracks. So we have a tower, but I can also use it for production. We can use some of this, and now we can just produce some random units. We are also running out of food again. So let's get a farm here. We might also need a little bit more wood. But they are pushing against me. I might need more archers now. Of these guys. We need to mainly secure enough food. Obviously now my army is pretty scattered. I wasn't definitely doing the best job here. But we should be able to defend this thanks to the towers we have prepared. Even though the enemy is pushing at me at the same time when the neutral enemies are coming at night, which is always really annoying. Maybe we can put this cannon down here. You can always also go buy some potions if you have some extra gold and don't have enough wood. So you'll just buy some potions by spending the sea key bind. Okay, we have some enemies here as well, so let's just take a few units. Attack move, we can also repair, that costs resources, you just press the R key bind. There are wolves now, so let's retreat a little bit. There is only a few gold left, so we don't really need to waste too much on this. And seems like we are quite fine. Food is almost secured. Actually, he killed lots of peasants here. I wasn't paying attention to it. Let's make a new farm. Let's produce some new peasants for wood. Let's also utilize this base. We need a little bit more on gold here. We can make some knights here, some archers, some footmen or swordsmen. It's swordsman, but the given is F, so I'm not really sure if it was supposed to be named like this. Let's use these soldiers. Actually, now we need some serious defense here, otherwise all of these farms will fall. Which they will probably anyways, but this peasant will unfortunately die. Need a new one. But the night should end in a second, and then we should be able to finally play and make some counter push against the orc, who is attacking on me from this side, so I'm expecting his base to be somewhere around here. Maybe he started in this location, I'm not sure. But he will probably have some expansions here. Okay, he's against my peasants again. There are even some wolves behind. I have my soldiers here. We are losing a ton of peasants, as I said. I don't have too good of a defense now. Starving as well, so we definitely need to do a little bit better, but we should still be able to easily repel this and then launch a counter push. Okay, they are actually pushing here pretty heavily. Some units and kill the skeletons. And yeah, seems like we cleared it. So it's morning, it's day. So let's quickly recover our farms. Be able to get some food pretty quickly. and we can start getting resources again. Yeah, obviously you don't want to waste too much time in the beginning, otherwise then you'll fall behind. So I didn't have the best defense, yeah, so didn't really pay off, but at least I explained hopefully most of the mechanics. As you can see, once the day starts, the enemy will usually start attacking pretty quickly, because he also had some problems probably with defense against the neutral enemies during the night, but now he's also ready to start playing again and pushing against you. First we need to secure the food, we still have problems with that. But I think we should be fine in a second. Maybe one more farm here, we can block it a little bit. Doesn't matter that much. Okay, make 2 canyons, some units. And now let's form some army. Also, maybe I didn't actually get the... I didn't get the shields upgrade yet, so let's get that first. You can also get one more upgrade in your main building, which is called bows. Then you can put your peasants on top of towers and they will start shooting like archers, but they are not too strong, so I wouldn't really waste resources on that unless you really need to. Oh yeah. Now we'll take our army, we'll go to main building, we will buy some potions obviously. Obviously I don't want to spend all of my gold on this idly, but if we can buy some potions, we'll definitely do that. Cannons can't buy potions, so have to worry about that, and now we can just go for a push. Yeah, this is just a 1v1, so this is extremely easy. Even when I'm messing up like this, it's not a problem at all to kill the enemy. Now we just have to decide from which side we want to push, but we can probably just continue this way. And see, here's some cannons set up here, but he's fighting with wolves, so those will actually help us a little bit. It's always good. Where is it? Yeah, we can produce some cannons. Upgrade for the shields is already finished. Produce some more units, and actually, okay, we already won because all the enemies were defeated. I think he probably surrendered because he already wasted all the units against the wolves and me. And now when I walked with full army to his town, he just surrendered. Yeah, so this sometimes happens when we have only few amounts of enemies. When there is more enemies with more units, it's much more fighting. Now we didn't even fight him really, so it was really just to showcase how the game works. And we'll try to do something a little bit more challenging where we'll actually be able to fight him. But yeah, here you have some stats which I think are done pretty nicely. You see the gold harvested and lumber harvested, so you can see we had like double resources of what he had, at least wood and like 10,000 more gold. Then we see the trained units, the amount of trained units, once again almost double, units killed and then units lost, and then we also have buildings constructed and the amount of neutral enemies that you killed. Which is really important because from, as you can see, I killed only 40 of his units, but I killed over 150 of neutral enemies, and you get gold from killing any units, so you can get some really nice resources from killing the neutral enemies. Down here you can see the time of the mission or the game you played, so 20 minutes 31 seconds, and I think that's real time, so it's not like sped up or anything. You can't change the game speed right now, maybe in the future we'll see, but right now it should be accurate, and I think the game speed is pretty fine. I wouldn't really change it too much. And the last button here is to go back to the main menu where we started. So yeah, that's basically everything. Here we can see some version down here that is developed by the org group Game Studio. I think it actually has its own engine and it was developed by just one person in like 3 years, so that's pretty impressive. And overall I think the game is pretty good and it has some decent potential, so we will see once the multiplayer is released how that will look like, because there are still some things that should be probably addressed. I won't really get into details now, maybe in some future videos, but overall I think the baseline of the game is pretty nice. So definitely let me know in the comments if you like it, if I should make more videos from it, and ideally if you also of course tried it yourself, what you think about it, maybe what you would change. And once the multiplayer is released, I hope maybe we'll play together. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and take care guys.